Hello students, welcome to the English class. Well students, we have started with the story On the Face of It from Vistas, and we have already completed on the explanation of character. We have analyzed the characters in the story. Today in this PPT video, we are going to discuss about the theme and analysis of the story On the Face of It written by Suzanne Hill. So let's start. In this PPT video, we are going to discuss mainly about the theme and analysis of the story. Okay. In the theme, we are going to discuss about four main themes in the story: human connection and openness, disability and perception, loneliness and alienation, nature observation and contemplation. After discussing these four main themes, we will be analyzing the story. The first main theme, human connection and openness. Well, when we will be having the detailed explanation of the chapter, you will come to know that we are discussing about two main characters, which already I have explained or told to you in my last video lecture. One is Mr. Lamb, the other one is Derry. Okay. Now, Derry and Mr. Lamb, these are the two main important characters who continue the entire play through dialogues. Okay, Mr. Lamb is the personification of optimism and Derry is the personification of pessimism, right? And we find that how optimism have turned pessimism, okay, into optimistic, means positive energy has turned negative energy into positive energy. In Mr. Lamb's character, playwright Suzanne Hill presents a worldview that embraces openness, the dignity and value of all people, and the importance of connection and kindness between them. And though Lamb's story ends in tragedy, his positive effects on Derry are what linger beyond the play's final scene. So as I was saying that Mr. Lamb's character is a character which personifies human connection, is a character which personifies the openness. The way Mr. Lamb opens his gate for everyone and allows everyone to enter his garden shows that how Mr. Lamb's optimistic attitude is embracing the world outside, right? In talking with Mr. Lamb, Derry describes several incidents of people being cruel or insensitive to him. Derry lingers on these negative experiences and bring up to Mr. Lamb as his reason to avoid others. He doesn't want to be pitied or feared, and so he closes himself off to human interaction altogether. One very important question that comes in the board exam is the contrast in the character between Mr. Lamb and Derry. Okay, in human connection and openness, through this theme also we get the contrast between Mr. Lamb and Derry. We find that Mr. Lamb is open to all, whereas Derry avoids everyone. Mr. Lamb's openness, as I have told, is a sign of positive energy. Derry avoiding the cruel nature of the other. Of course, we can say that society is the culprit over here, where society is the only reason, society's cruel remark is the only reason why Derry is trying to avoid the society or avoid each and every person. Okay, because he does not want that people should sympathize him. He doesn't even want that people should fear him, because he himself is not a fearful person. Okay, in that case, what we find is that Mr. Lamb teaches Derry how to be open, okay, how to have the human connection, and as a result both of them develop a bond between each other, right? Notably, Mr. Lamb welcomes not only positive interactions but also negative ones. He accepts whatever comes with a spirit of openness. So whoever comes in Mr. Lamb's garden, Mr. Lamb accepts them. So whether it is positive or negative, Mr. Lamb accepts everything. And we find that when Derry enters with all the negative energy, Mr. Lamb turns the negative energy into positivity. And that is just because of this attitude of human connection and openness towards life that Mr. Lamb has. Disability and perception. The two main characters of On the Face of It both have a physical disability, but they react to their disabilities in very different ways. this is the main thing in the entire story. On the face of it is mainly about this only. Two characters, Mr. Lamb and Derry. How Mr. Lamb himself being a disabled person, okay, is having a different viewpoint of life, and how Derry, another disabled person, is having another kind of viewpoint towards life. Because he has been treated poorly by society as a person with a visible physical disability, Derry avoids others and assumes that everyone either pities or fears him. Mr. Lamb, on the other hand, sees disabilities as something that don't matter when it comes to one's humanity, and his conversation with Derry offers the boy a different perspective. Now, Derry, we know that Derry has been shunned by the society. Okay, his mother is overprotective and doesn't allow him to mix with the outside world, thinking that maybe her son will be again hurt by the cruel remarks of the society. Right? So, Derry's way of looking the life is completely different. His way of perceiving life is completely different. He finds that, or he in fact believes that his disability is the main reason why people are not accepting him. Okay, whereas on the other hand, disability is also there with Mr. Lamb, but Mr. Lamb's perceiving the life in a totally different manner. Mr. Lamb does not give his disability any importance. He feels life is more important. Connecting with people is more important. The play ultimately advocates a shift in perception about disability, both on a societal and an individual level, to more fully embrace the value and dignity of all people, whatever their experience or appearance might be. This also includes changing the perspectives of people with disabilities themselves, so that they might stop seeing their own disabilities as something to be hated or ashamed of. Okay, so what exactly happens is that we also, as human beings, sometimes when we see any disabled person, yeah, we sympathize with those disabled person. We don't have any cruel remark, but we sympathize. But it is a fact which we cannot deny that we leading a very healthy life, sometimes when we see a disabled person, we sometimes feel that what will happen to that person? How is he going to lead his life? This kind of thought do come into our mind. Okay, so this story sometimes changes our perspective of life also, that how should we see a disabled person? Should we see a disabled person to be crippled by fate? Of course not. Okay, he might be disabled, he or she might be disabled physically, but maybe by fate he is a very healthy one who can progress and proceed in life in a very healthy manner. Okay, so perception, disability and perception is not only applying to Derry and Mr. Lamb, but it also applies to us. Loneliness and alienation. A large part of the poignancy, the fact that both characters live in a society that makes them feel alienated and alone. Because of their respective physical disabilities, Derry and Mr. Lamb are treated differently from other people, and this leads them to lives of relative isolation, whether willingly or not. On the face of it, explores some of the ways people separate themselves from others and alienate certain people, and shows just how damaging loneliness and isolation can be. Our behavior towards disabled persons sometimes make them lonely, sometimes alienate themselves from we who call ourselves as normal people. Okay, the way Derry was treated in the society, the way Mr. Lamb was called Lemmy Lamb by the children, that has created a kind of loneliness in their heart. Yes, we know that Mr. Lamb is a very positive person, full of optimism and everything, and we also know that he doesn't care about this kind of remarks passed by the children. But when we will be going through the story, we will understand that actually Mr. Lamb is also a very lonely person. He says that everyone is his friend. Okay, those who are coming into his garden, all are his friends. But to name a particular one who is very close to him, there is no one. Okay, they come and they go, and at the end of the play, somewhere Mr. Lamb says that they say that they will come, but they never come. So we find that somewhere Mr. Lamb is a very lonely person. He also finds himself alienated from the rest of the society. And regarding Derry, we have already seen that how Derry is a very lonely person, how he shuns himself from the society, how he avoids the crowd and avoids people, right? So, of course, Derry and Mr. Lamb, both of them faces this loneliness and this alienation. On the face of it portrays characters who have many good reasons to avoid other people. But it also illustrates how human beings long for connection with others and how isolation and alienation can lead to great suffering. Alienating others and secluding one's self can be a means of self preservation, but as the play shows, this isolation only leads to greater unhappiness in the end. Of course, when a person is very much lonely and very much isolated, there is a kind of unhappiness that comes into the into that particular disabled person's life. Nature, observation, and contemplation. While on the face of it is primarily concerned with issues of human connection and alienation, it also touches on the value of simply sitting in nature, contemplating one's experience and observing the world and other people. Again, this is mostly presented through the character of Mr. Lamb and also in the way that Derry is converted to Lamb's contemplative worldview over the course of their conversation. In connection to its theme of remaining open to all kinds of experience, the play emphasizes the importance of appreciating nature and observing and learning from one's surrounding. Well, we find that Mr. Lamb maintains a very big garden, and where there are flowers and plants and beautiful apple trees, we have seen that at one corner of the, we will see, of course, when I will be giving you line by line explanation, you will find that how Mr. Lamb is giving nature its due importance. We have found that Mr. Lamb not only appreciates a beautiful flower plant, but also appreciate weeds. We find that how Mr. Lamb interprets the buzzing of the bees as singing of the bees. Okay, so of course Mr. Lamb has the power of observing the nature, and not only observing the nature but contemplating it, understanding the beauty of nature, understanding the real meaning of nature, and that meaning he also inputs in Derry. Overall, Mr. Lamb's character emphasizes the value of being present and observant, and Derry comes to appreciate these values through his conversation with the old man. We find that Derry says that he wants to look, he wants to listen, he wants to watch, he wants to see. Okay? In the end, Derry decides that he too wants to go back there to the garden to look at things and listen. A large part of the play's exploration of openness thus involves remaining aware of all kinds of experience, listening, looking, and appreciating nature. When we have read one poem, Keeping Quiet, where we have also learned one particular aspect of human life, and that is introspection, isn't it? We are introspecting each other. We are introspecting ourselves. We are trying to understand who we are. And how we have done that? Of course, poet has said it is earth which will teach us. Earth means nature. Nature teaches us. Whenever we want to observe anything and try to understand the real meaning of life, it is nature which is the best teacher. Okay? And Mr. Lamb focuses on that point only. That is, nature will teach us that what the real meaning of life is. Life is not only to give importance to some of the glittering objects around, to give importance to only physical health, right? Nature or life is what it is inside. How we need to behave, how we need to see the life. That is what life is. After the theme, when we analyze the story, we find the story is about disabled people and how we are observing these disabled people, or how we are treating these disabled people. The play on the face of it contemplates upon the difficulties faced by disabled persons and forces us to think and reflect upon our own behavior towards such people. It makes us realize that the gift of life is for all to enjoy, and that we should support and encourage the survivors of accidents and injuries to look past their disability and embrace the vibrant possibilities of life. The author Suzanne Hill successfully creates a play which helps us acknowledge the benefits of open communication and better human connection in all aspects of life. That is what On the Face of It is. On the Face of It is a play where the author tries to advocate positive behavior, where the author tries to advocate an optimistic attitude towards life, to see life in a different perspective. Not the perspective, not the way we see life, but to see life how it is or how it should be. That is what life is all about. I hope students you have understood the theme and the analysis of the story. I hope everything is very much clear to you now. When we will be going through line by line explanation of the story, these themes and this analysis will become more clear. Okay, so from my next video I am going to give you line by line explanation of the story. That way it will be easier for you to understand it better. Okay, after going through this PPT video, if you still have any doubts or any kind of problems you are facing while understanding these themes or character analysis or the analysis, then please feel free to clarify your doubts. Thank you, students. Study well.